definition of success.
Is Texas back? To me, they are.
This is what we do. This is what we're on now. We got more work to do. The mission's not done.
Standing up for what you know is.
Big story is this Washington offense.
They're the most complete team in the country.
You got to go get it. You got to go do it.
It's my definition of success. Creating something no one else can.
Just moments away from the start of our second college football playoff semifinal in the All-State Sugar Bowl. Steve Sarkisian leads the Texas Longhorns onto the field. 12-1 for the first time since 2009. That was the last time they played for a national championship. Lost to Alabama. I don't know who the quarterback was for the Crimson Tide that day. Might have been the man to my right. They're hoping for a chance to play for the national championship again if they can dispatch the Washington Huskies. Only blemish for Texas. Lost to Oklahoma in a wild back and forth game. They went down 34-30 to the Sooners. Now the Washington Huskies. School record 13 wins, 13-0. The Pac-12 champions in their final year in the conference, led by Michael Penix Jr., who was the MVP of their conference title victory over Oregon. And the teams are on the field and just moments away now from the opening kickoff. We welcome you back, Sean McDonough and Greg McElroy. A lot of interesting aspects to this game from a strategic standpoint. When Washington has the ball, they are led by Penix, who is protected by the Joe Moore award-winning offensive line as the best in the country. And meanwhile, Texas up front has the two best defensive tackles in the country.
That might actually be the matchup that determines the outcome of the game. If you look at what Washington's done up front, it's tremendous. Led by the All-American left tackle, Troy Fautanu. These guys have been great all season long, but they are a little bit undersized at center at 275-pound Parker Bracefield. If you actually look at Byron Murphy and Tavondre Sweat, he's the Outland Trophy winner. An amazing, amazing presence at 362 pounds. But Byron Murphy at 300 pounds, a little better pass rusher. It's like trying to block a 300-pound bar of soap. He could be the difference maker in this one tonight for the Longhorns.
And Steve Sarkisian said if Michael Penix can sit in the pocket, have a clean pocket and clean windows, it's going to be a long night. He wants those two big guys to push the offensive line right back into the feet of Penix. Both teams don't have great numbers on defense, particularly on pass defense. The defensive coaches will say, well, when you're ahead all the time, as these two teams were for much of the year, the other team's going to throw the ball a lot. But it could be tonight the team that can make a play or two on defense, especially against the pass, is the team that wins.
And there's really, when you look at Washington, yes, their numbers are not great, but their quarterback efficiency against the guys they've played have not been bad, in part because of the presence of Braylon Trice. He's going to really shorten that window for the quarterback to make a decision. His numbers aren't off the charts, but he can certainly impact the game from that edge rusher position.
Captains on their way to midfield now for the coin toss. The referee from the Big Ten is Ron Snodgrass.
Assisting with tonight's coin toss is Chris DiBiase, Executive Vice President and Chief Legal Officer for the Allstate Corporation. Please welcome Chris. Texas, as visitors at tonight's game, you'll call the toss. Tonight's coin, the Allstate Sugar Bowl logo will be the head. The college football logo will be the tail. I'll ask for your call before I flip the coin. You're going to repeat his call. What's your call?
Tails.
Tails. He's called tails. We're going to let it hit the ground. It's a head. Washington has won the toss. Washington won the toss, deferred their choice to the second half. Texas will receive. Texas will receive. Which goal you want to kick from? Put your backs to the goal.
Texas will get the ball first. Both coaches said it's important to get the lead. Washington in particular, when they get ahead early, they get into a rhythm and they do a very good job of protecting that lead.
Get the first half of this game after a long layoff is also massive too. So getting the jitters out, getting a couple drives under your belt is very, very important in this setting.
We have two great sideline reporters with us. Let's go down to Katie George.
Coach Sarkisian, your team has embraced expectations all season long. Why is your group ready to excel in the national semifinal?
Well, I just think we're built for this moment. You know, our guys have worked to get to this point. We played a couple really big ball games. We've always performed well in the moment, so I'd expect nothing less out of them tonight.
It's been a long layoff. How do you make sure that these guys start fast?
Well, we got to practice really well, which I think we did. We got to call some things to find some rhythm early in the ball game.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Molly?
Thank you, Katie. Coach, Texas starts with the ball. What does your defense need to do against Quinn Ewers in that passing attack to keep them from getting some momentum early?
Yeah, I think just recognize, what they're trying to do and trying to establish. I know they're going to try to get some looks and see what our game plan is. And so recognizing and doing your job.
Your players have said this team's physicality is underrated. What kind of physicality will it take to win tonight?
Yeah, it'll take our best, and we can rise to the occasion. We've shown it many times, and we have all the confidence in the world that we can make it happen.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Sean.
What a job Kalen DeBoer has done in 2 seasons in Seattle. 24-2. Washington riding a 20-game winning streak, the longest in FBS football. Quinn Ewers will get the ball first off the best performance of his career 1 month ago in the Big 12 Conference Championship game victory over Oklahoma State. This is new. Jaden Blue is back to receive the kickoff. He has not returned kickoffs this year. Steve Sarkisian said he's ready for it. He's an explosive runner. Grady Gross kicks off, and this semifinal is underway. Returnable for Blue.